as a consumer, I think about it as, when we're talking about video convergence anyway, I think about it as anytime, anywhere access to any content that I want to watch, regardless of time, place, or device. I think convergence has already impacted our business, and it is impacting our business today. And then I also think about it in terms of bringing interactivity and accountability and targetability from the marketing side of things to bear against all kinds of video format, again, regardless of screen or time and place, right? So it's basically, I guess the sort of stereotypical definition of convergence is, I think, rings very true for me, which is bringing the best parts of digital to the best parts of TV and bringing them together. Yeah, it's a good question. And I think that is in a constant state of evolution. I don't think that there's a clear-cut answer to sort of, what agency holds what roles in this mix, right? And sometimes it depends on who are the other agencies that are in the mix, right? Like, they may have a strength here and we may have a strength there. And I think the best clients are the ones that are able to understand those nuances of the agency capabilities and then leverage the right capabilities from the right partner. I think the ideal is that you are leveraging the unique capabilities of whatever device the ad is going to appear on, right? So, obviously you see a lot of people repurposing their TV spots and taking them directly to online or to other digital channels. And I think that from our experience, whenever we can bring some level of interactivity to that and to make the concept feel more natural and really leverage those capabilities of the device, it performs better. How do we leverage the unique capabilities of the device without blowing our production budgets through the roof? I remember leaving Vegas. I was sitting in the airport after CES 2012, and I was just kind of reflecting back on it, and I was like, on one hand, it's kind of disappointing that there's not that excitement about this new device category. And then it hit me, it's like everything that we've been talking about for 20 years or whatever is finally becoming possible, and it's being realized, right? So the big takeaway from those two shows the last couple of years has been that the evolution of the ecosystem is finally catching up to the vision that we've been talking about forever. And I think that's probably the biggest surprise, is it's like, it's here. I'd like to see less just complete transference of a TV spot to digital formats, digital environments, right? And it comes back to the production costs that we've talked about already. But if you're really just taking the TV spot, like, you're taking something that was invented for a mass medium and a one-to-many, and you're putting it in an environment that is a one-to-one or one-to-few, and you're sort of neglecting all of the interactive and engagement capabilities and social capabilities almost in a lot of cases. So I think that's a miss. I think that there's a way to figure out the creative production side of it. To the extent that it's technically possible, we're leveraging as much data as possible to optimize either in real time or near real time for, I would say, probably the majority of our campaigns. I think, and we're looking at all the obvious metrics, right? Like click-through rate, engagement time, time spent, what percentage of the video did they watch, all of those kinds of things. We're also tapping into, social listening will also fuel a lot of optimization recommendations, as well as brand tracking surveys. And those things, the brand tracking stuff anyway, tends to be a little bit more post-campaign and optimizing for future and providing insights to our creative teams the next time we go out. I think interactivity in general has massively changed the way that consumers interact with brands, whether you're talking about video or other types of content or experiences. And I think one of the key things is it's created this expectation that you need to be, it's created this expectation of instant gratification, right? Like, I want access to you as a brand, and I need to be able to communicate and engage with you anytime, anywhere, again, on any device. And I think that's one of the most interesting things about interactivity from a video perspective is it's suddenly, whereas video used to be, and this is going to be a little bit cliched, but where video used to be a very lean back type of an environment, it's now one where I can lean forward and I can engage and I can interact with the brand. When it comes to interactive video, I think our clients are in various stages of embracing it, right? I think some of them use it on every campaign, some of them use it on just kind of in little places here and there. I think that by and large, though, when they do use it, they see a lift across the board in whatever metrics they're using, and so that brings them back, right? So usually, once they dabble in it, they continue to kind of use that as an ever-increasing percentage of their plans. From a trend perspective, I think one of the things that we've been trying to figure out and have had some good early success with is I'll broadly describe it as the social TV landscape. We've been watching this trend of consumers using mobile and tablet devices in their living rooms while they're watching TV. We've been watching that for years. I think about it in two buckets. When people are using their mobile and their tablet while they're watching TV, they're doing, broadly speaking, one of two things. It's either I'm co-viewing, so I'm looking at content that's related to what I'm watching on the big screen, or they're multitasking. They're doing something that's completely unrelated to what's on the big screen. And I think we've been doing various experiments in both of those channels to figure out how do we capitalize on that hyper engagement, and on the multitasking side, how do we perhaps recapture some of the eyeballs that may be lost to distraction? Something in fact that we're exploring with our friends at DG, I think is really exciting, and it's something that a lot of people in the industry are talking about. And back to this sort of idea of social TV, we're exploring the possibility of delivering an ad on mobile or tablet that is synchronized to the television. So the thought is, I'm sitting there, maybe I'm multitasking, so I'm playing Angry Birds or whatever it may be, and a brand spot comes on television. Within a few seconds, can I deliver an ad to the mobile phone that will be for that same brand? If I had to predict kind of what the next 5 years looks like, or what's going to be that next breakthrough thing, I do think it has something to do with the combination of kind of wearable computing and kind of sensors everywhere. It's almost like the Internet of Things, right? And that's going to open up new interaction possibilities like Google Glass, or that's kind of a new interface perspective, I guess you could describe that as. But then it's also going to bring more and more data to bear and more connectivity to bear.